Nice to
adoption
meet you.
is growing worldwide, but many users still find it intimidating. What's the most unusual user feedback that changed how you design your platform?
Yeah, I mean, we're building crypto on-ramp for the last decade, and it's always a lot of challenges, right? It sounds like very simple, like get a user to buy his first crypto, but there are many steps in the process, and I think the most intimidating for people is still the KYC part, right? Because many people still don't understand why they need to do KYC. I mean, if you buy shoes online, right, or some clothes online, nobody asks you to do any KYC. Maybe even if you buy like watches for I don't know 10,000 or 20,000 euros, still nobody's asking. But when you want to buy Bitcoin for like 1,000 euro or 2,000 euros, suddenly you're getting asked about KYC, and this is still something that I mean, it's clear that it is the regulation that requires it, but it's still difficult to explain to the users, right? Because most people, first time into crypto, we have the no KYC flow for small amounts, but when people start to getting into the KYC, most of them or some parts of them still don't understand like why they are doing this, and explaining because for some regulations doesn't really help.
If you could simplify one part of the crypto journey for newcomers overnight, what would it be and why?
I mean, we actually are working a lot on making the user journey as simple as possible, and this is the way we stand out from our competition. This is the main focus we have, and we're bringing this value to Web3 to make it easy for people to get into crypto. So we're already on the way where, for example, we can make it easy for people to buy crypto the same way as you can do instant checkout on the web with Apple Pay. We already done that. This already works. So, for example, you can get your first crypto like in 20 seconds with Apple Pay, very fast. But still, there are many things which require more effort. And for example, these days there are a lot of tokens launched every day, right? It's still not possible, again, from regulation perspective, to allow the customer to buy any token they want. So people still have to go buy some stablecoin or some Ethereum or Solana, and then they go to DeFi space. So what we are trying to solve and working on is to figure out the way how we can get actually people directly from fiat to any crypto they want without violating any potential regulations. So this is the tricky part.
What's the hidden challenge behind fiat to crypto or crypto to fiat conversations that most people never think about? Conversion.
Yeah, I mean, actually, we have been doing a webinar specifically about that 2 weeks ago, and you can probably find it on our LinkedIn page. And the idea is that when you go to any website where you can buy crypto, wallet, exchange, doesn't matter. You see like tip of the iceberg. It's like you can probably do the analogy with Formula One. I mean, we're in Singapore on the weekend we have Formula One. So what you see on track are just two cars driving around. Sounds easy. How hard can it be? But on the backside, there are teams and factories. For example, McLaren team is like more than 1,000 people. So you can imagine like 1,000 people are working daily to make sure that two drivers can drive two cars. So with on-ramps, it's more or less the same analogy, right? You have a very simple interface which you can buy, but you have a lot of effort, people, and technology put on the backside to make sure it works. That it works technically, it works from compliance side, it works from the user journey side. So basically, the buy button that you typically see in the wallets and everybody else is just the tip of the iceberg.
You've been in crypto space for nearly a decade. Which misconceptions about crypto payments frustrate you the most, and how do you combat them?
I think the first thing which I was told when I left my classical fintech career in a consulting company and started Paybis with my friends was like, and I told people like, okay, well, I'm into crypto, and I'm like, what is crypto? Like Bitcoin. And then people say, Bitcoin, it's like this digital currency where you can buy drugs on the internet, you can pay for people and stuff like that. And then, of course, in 2014, the adoption was not there, and percentage-wise, a lot of crypto was used in the dark markets. Now, this percentage is minimum. We learn how to control it, how to do blockchain analytics and stuff like that. So now this kind of misconception is mostly gone, but still a lot of people don't trust crypto yet, right? And the biggest problem is the complexity, because typically people say, well, maybe it's too late, right? Or I don't understand crypto, I will not even try because it seems to be too complicated. So I think the goal of the whole Web3 community, all the projects which are building something in crypto, we need to educate Web2 people and explain them that it is much easier than they think. Because typically for them to make the first step is the most complicated. When you want to try something new, you're always unsure. I mean, should I do it? What will happen afterwards? You put, let's say, frames around yourself and you're kind of hesitating to try. But if you try, if you have enough courage, then you see that you do the first small step, it's easy, and then you continue exploring the Web3 space. So, for example, we at Paybis are helping people to do their first step, because it's very important to onboard them into Web3, so they start exploring the DeFi space and everything else people are building in crypto.
Yeah, and the last question. With crypto wallets and B2B solutions, how do you envision the everyday life of a user or business 5 years from now with Paybis integrated in their routine?
Yeah, I think 5 years from now, probably most of the DeFi projects, maybe more than 50% for sure, will have on-ramps integrated. Because look what happened with non-custodial wallets. Like 5 years ago, the first non-custodial wallet MetaMask was the first wallet, right? In the beginning, it was just a crypto wallet. You control your keys, you have support on different blockchains, and that's it. Then they added swaps, earning, staking, wallet connect, on-ramps, and so on. So I would say in the next 5 years, because now wallet connect is the first thing to DeFi space. You connect your wallet and you start interacting. But still people have to buy crypto somewhere, right, to interact on the DeFi space. So I think, and this is our mission as well, is to make sure that every DeFi project out there understands what on-ramp is, because most of them still think on-ramp is something complicated, KYC, and we're DeFi, we're decentralized, we don't need that centralized stuff. But we're trying to change the paradigm and explain to them that, okay, guys, you cannot just target Web3 people who are running from one project to another project. You need to start targeting Web2 people. Make it easy for them to start. Because then you have your own audience, they will be loyal, you will have good retention, and so on. So I think next 5 years we will see fiat and crypto blend and merge more closely than we have it right now.